Exercise 6-27 is calculate operating income under different alternatives. So Moran Company reports the following operating results for the month of August. They had sales of 310,000, which is 5,000 units, variable costs of 217,000, and fixed costs of 70,000. Management is considering the following independent courses of actions to increase income. So again, it's looking at scenarios. There's different ways we can increase income, and we're going to look at which way is the best way. So their first alternative would be increasing the selling price by 10% with no change in variable costs. So we're trying to determine which will give us the highest operating income. So when we increase the selling price by 10%, 110% of 62 makes the new selling price $68.20. So the new revenue would be $68.20 times the 5,000 units. So the new revenue would be 341,000 versus 310. So we've increased the revenue. Our variable costs would stay the same, 217,000, which gives us a new contribution margin of 124,000. We still have the same fixed costs of 70, giving us an updated operating income of 54,000. So we're assuming we'd still sell 5,000 units. We've increased the price by 10%, which gives us operating income of 54,000. Another alternative would be reduce the variable cost to 65% of sales. So again, in this case, we're leaving revenue at 310,000. Our variable cost now is going to be 65% of 310. So we're going to take 310 times 65%, which is 201,500. The new contribution margin is 108,500. Our fixed costs are still 70, which gives us our contribution margin of 38,500. So as you can see, this one already is giving us lower operating income than our option 1. And we saw that with that contribution margin being lower. The final alternative would just be to reduce our fixed costs by 10,000. So revenue would stay the same at 310. Variable costs would stay at 217. Which gives us a contribution margin of 93, but our fixed costs would now be 60,000 instead of 70,000 because we're reducing them by 10,000, which gives us a new operating income of 33,000. So looking at all those options, the best option, or the option that would produce the highest operating income, is option 1, increasing the selling price. And we can see that it was the highest contribution margin option as well.